Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to viewing or if you have been viewing and are a subscriber already, welcome back. Each week I've been picking a different theme to go through, and this week's theme is going to be the offensive line. I'm going to make it very specific this week to my system, the Gun T RPO system, but hopefully a lot of these things you may be able to take with whatever offensive system you're using. And so each day I'm going to walk through a different piece of it. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about philosophy and personnel, how we pick linemen in our system, and then I'll spend a few days talking about drills that we like with our offensive linemen, and then I'll talk about alignment and other things that we give, maybe some cheats or things that maybe help our guys out. So if you're interested in getting more depth on any of this stuff, you can go to my website, fbcoachsimpson.com. There's PowerPoints, there's videos, there's all kinds of things there, or you can get my entire system on CoachTube. Feel free to reach out if you got any questions. I don't mind helping. I'm very excited because my time is getting more limited because real football is coming for me. And so if I'm not able to answer, I'll probably direct you to one of those resources so you can get it. So today we're going to talk a little bit about philosophy and personnel in our system and why we do things the way that we do. So we are a strong and a quick side line. And there's a few reasons for that. So we're always going to have a strong side of our line and a quick side of our line. And the idea behind that is pretty simple. One, it fits with keeping things as simple as we can for our athletes. And so when we teach buck sweep, we just have to teach buck sweep, and they understand that it always goes to the strong side. We teach jet sweep, they understand that it always goes to the quick side. Belly for us is simple because it's pretty similar both ways. And then the belly read either way is also simple. And so it allows our athletes to spend more time working on the plays that go their direction. Now, a lot of questions I've been getting from people through these videos or different resources has been, what do you do if you can't go too deep on your offensive line? And we have to cross train. So for instance, our 5 best linemen will be up here. We don't necessarily plug in whoever the backup is at this position. So generally, our 6th and 7th linemen are working multiple spots. So we may have our first backup guard is working both guard spots. Our first backup tackle needs to know both spots so that we can plug him in there. So you're not having to build a full 2 deep across the front if you're limited personnel-wise, okay? The other reason we like going strong and quick, so strong and quick, is we are generally a tight end attached team. So about 90% of the time, this year is more like 99% of the time, we're going to have a tight end or a wing attached to our strong side. And that allows us in personnel to hide weaknesses from players and to highlight strengths from players. So as we're picking linemen, okay, we're starting with our guards because we are a gun T, which is the wing T part of our offense. So generally, these guys have got to be able to move, block in space, pull kick, and they've got to be pretty athletic players. And so for us, our most athletic player, or our guy who's best in space, size doesn't really matter to us here, is our quick guard. Because generally, he's going to be asked to get into space on over half of his blocks. Our strong guard is the next most athletic player because he's asked to block in space, but a lot of times with our offensive system, he pull kicks a lot. And so he doesn't have to be quite as athletic because a lot of his are simple pull kicks. All right, for us, the next player we're looking for is our quick tackle. We attach a lot of our RPOs to him. So for us, we go strong and quick because there's times that this guy actually will go with our receivers to work on blocking in space. He'll go with our quarterbacks to work on the different RPO tags that we have. So he's almost his own position. So we don't want to have to play 2 or 3 guys here. We want to have our best guy, our most athletic guy in space who's a tackle playing here. And our strong tackle is usually more of your traditional high school tackle or guard, depending on what you're running, where he's more that grinder. We're not going to ask him to block in space very often, if at all. We're very rarely going to ask him to block at the second level, if at all, in our system. And so by flopping line, we allow ourselves to now not need as many prototype super athletic linemen. I have not mentioned our center because we usually work with what we get. I'm a high school coach, so whatever we get is what we work with. A couple of years ago, we had a very undersized guy, and so we were able to give him some help in double teams. We were able to use him in the screen game because he was athletic, could move a little bit. Last year, more of a grinding type center. We didn't use him as much in space, but he could handle the point of attack a lot more, so we didn't have to double team as much with him. The main thing in our system is his snaps have got to be pretty good because a lot of our stuff, our quarterback needs to be able to catch the ball while looking somewhere else. And so the center, we're going to adjust to what we get. But that's our philosophy, how we pick personnel. I didn't talk much about the tight end. We generally will adjust. Theoretically, in our system, our tight end and our guards are very similar type players. Tight end obviously is going to be a little bit more athletic because we would like to stretch the field throwing the ball. But as far as what they look like and their ability levels and the way they block, this guy, our tight end, and our strong and quick guards are very, very similar type players. When we're picking guards, we're usually picking that kid that maybe in the 5th and 4th grade and 6th grade or even junior high maybe played like a fullback or even an inside linebacker. But he's not going to probably be a skilled player at the high school level, but he's really close. And we want those guys that are very athletic. And so that's how we choose personnel, and that's why we flop strong and quick. Okay, I'll be going through more with our O-line, including some drills the next few days, some alignment cheats that we try to work with them, and just some different philosophy things that we do with our offensive line. If you're interested in getting in-depth information, just go to my website. I've got a lot more video attached to this kind of stuff and game film also where you can kind of see how it looks actually on the field. Otherwise, if you just want to watch the YouTube channel, you can subscribe by clicking below or watching the other videos that I've produced. Appreciate your time.